Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be tackling a really interesting area, the world of AI and biology. And we're going to be looking at some work from Epoch AI. They're doing some really cool stuff, tracking the development of AI models in this space. And actually, they just expanded their data set to cover over 360 biological AI models. So get ready for some fascinating insights.
Yeah, it's a really significant development. Epoch AI's work is really crucial, I think, for understanding not just what these models can do, but also how they're evolving and what that means for the future of biology.
Absolutely. And one of the things that really caught my eye in the report was Epoch AI's focus on what they call governance challenges. What is that all about?
Well, it boils down to the fact that biological AI models, especially really powerful ones, have the potential to be misused. Think of it like this. You wouldn't give a scalpel to someone who doesn't know how to use it safely, right?
Huh.
It's the same principle here.
Okay, I see what you mean. So are these models actually being developed with safeguards in place? Yeah.
That's the million-dollar question. And unfortunately, Epoch AI's data paints a somewhat concerning picture. They found that fewer than 3% of the models they analyzed have any kind of built-in safeguards to prevent misuse. It's a little bit of a wake-up call, honestly.
3%.
Yeah.
That is pretty low. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing the big players, the ones that are kind of pushing the boundaries of this technology, they're taking this seriously, right?
Yeah, there's some good news on that front. Leading models like Evolutionary Scale's ESM3, which is used for protein structure prediction,
Yeah.
and AlphaFold 3, which predicts the 3D shapes of proteins. They tend to have more safeguards in place, so it seems like the awareness of potential risks is growing, but we still have a long way to go.
Definitely something to watch closely. Now, Epoch AI also looked at compute and data trends in biological AI, and their visualization shows this really interesting pattern. Huge spike in resource investment from 2017 to 2021, followed by a recent slowdown. What's your take on that?
Yeah, that slowdown is particularly intriguing. It could signal a shift in the field's focus. Maybe we're moving away from just scaling up models and towards refining existing ones or exploring different approaches altogether.
So instead of bigger, we might be going for smarter.
Precisely. It's also possible that we're hitting a bit of a bottleneck in terms of data or computing power. Or maybe, and this is a fascinating thought, the field is simply maturing and becoming more strategic about where resources are directed.
Interesting point. That makes a lot of sense. And of course, it underscores the importance of continued research and analysis. We need to track these trends closely to understand what's driving progress in this field and what challenges might lie ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a dynamic landscape, and
Yeah.
having a clear understanding of these trends is key to navigating it effectively.
It's pretty amazing to think about the sheer scale of data and computing power that's being poured into this field. I mean, we're talking about models that can analyze, millions, even billions of data points to uncover these hidden patterns and make predictions about biological systems. It's really mind-boggling.
Yeah, it really is. And it's important to remember that those data points represent, real-world biological entities,
Yeah.
genes, proteins, cells, even entire organisms. So we're talking about using AI to understand the very building blocks of life. And that's incredibly powerful stuff.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's easy to get caught up in all the technical details. But at the end of the day, this technology is all about understanding and manipulating living systems. Which brings up a question for me. What are some of the most exciting applications of this technology? Where is this all actually leading?
Well, one area where biological AI is already having a huge impact is drug discovery. Traditionally developing a new drug has been a long, expensive, and often hit or miss process, but AI has the potential to completely revolutionize that.
Yeah, I've heard a bit about this. How does it work?
Imagine being able to screen millions of potential drug compounds in a matter of days, identifying the ones that are most likely to be effective against a specific disease. That's what AI can do. It can analyze these vast data sets of biological information to pinpoint promising drug candidates and even predict how those candidates will interact with the human body.
So it's like having a superpowered research assistant working around the clock to find the best possible treatments.
Exactly. And it's not just about speed. AI can also help to make drug development more precise and targeted, reducing the risk of side effects
Yeah.
and increasing the chances of success.
That's incredible. Can you give us an example of how this is actually playing out in the real world?
Absolutely. There's a company that's using AI to develop new antibiotics. Antibiotic resistance is a huge threat to global health. And traditional methods of discovering new antibiotics are really struggling to keep up. But this company is using AI to analyze massive data sets of bacterial genomes to identify potential weaknesses that can be exploited by new drugs. It's a total game changer.
Wow, that's really impressive. So AI is literally helping to create the next generation of life-saving medications.
Mhm.
That's exciting to think about the possibilities.
Mm.
Are there any other areas where biological AI is making a big impact?
Oh, absolutely. Another area that's really taking off is personalized medicine. The idea here is to use AI to tailor medical treatments to an individual's unique genetic makeup and lifestyle. So this could lead to more effective treatments with fewer side effects. And it could revolutionize the way we approach healthcare.
Personalized medicine. That sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It does, doesn't it? But it's becoming more and more of a reality. AI can analyze your genetic data, your medical history, even your lifestyle choices to develop a treatment plan that's specifically designed for you.
That's amazing. It's like having a doctor who knows everything about you
Mm,
and can create a treatment plan that's perfectly suited to your needs.
exactly. And it's not just about treating existing conditions. AI can also be used to predict your risk of developing certain diseases in the future, allowing you to take preventative measures and stay healthy longer.
Wow. This is all incredibly exciting. But I'm also wondering about the challenges and limitations of this technology. What are some of the things that we need to be mindful of as biological AI continues to develop?
That's a great question. One of the biggest challenges is ensuring that the data used to train these AI models is accurate, reliable, and unbiased. If the data is flawed, the AI's predictions and recommendations will be flawed as well.
So it's all about garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly. We need to be very careful about the data we feed these AI systems. Another challenge is ensuring that the use of biological AI is ethical and responsible. We need to think carefully about the potential consequences of using this technology to manipulate living systems. And we need to develop guidelines and regulations to ensure that it's used for good.
Yeah, those are all really important considerations. It's clear that biological AI has incredible potential, but we need to approach it with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of caution. So what do you think the future holds for this field?
It's hard to say for sure, but I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible as these AI models become more sophisticated. And as the data we have available to them grows exponentially, I think we're going to see breakthroughs in areas like drug discovery, personalized medicine, and, our understanding of the fundamental mechanisms of life. It's a really incredibly exciting time to be working in this field.
Yeah, it sounds like we're on the cusp of a biological revolution, with AI playing a central role. It's both exhilarating and a little bit daunting to think about all the possibilities and the challenges that lie ahead.
I agree. But I'm optimistic that if we approach this technology thoughtfully and responsibly, we can harness its power to improve human health, understand our place in the natural world, and create a better future for all.
Yeah, it really feels like we're on the edge of something massive with this technology.
Hmm.
It's exciting, but it also makes you kind of stop and think about the big picture, you know.
It does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And that's exactly what we need to be doing, thinking about the broader implications of biological AI. How will this technology shape our world, our society, even our understanding of ourselves? Those are the questions we need to be grappling with.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrap your head around. I mean, on the one hand, we have this potential to cure diseases, extend human lifespans,
Yeah.
maybe even enhance human capabilities beyond what we can even imagine right now.
Yeah, it is. But there are also potential risks and ethical dilemmas that we can't ignore. What happens when we can manipulate the very building blocks of life? What are the implications for human evolution, for biodiversity, for the balance of nature? These are profound questions that we need to address before this technology advances too far.
You're absolutely right. It's not enough to simply marvel at the possibilities.
Mm.
We have a responsibility, I think, to think critically about the potential consequences of this technology and to ensure that it's used ethically and for the benefit of all humankind.
I couldn't agree more. And that's where informed public discourse is so crucial. We need to have these open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks of biological AI. And we need to involve a wide range of stakeholders in shaping the future of this technology. Scientists, policymakers, ethicists, the general public, everyone needs to have a voice at the table.
Yeah, that's a really important point. This isn't just a technological issue, it's a societal issue, and it's something that we all have a stake in.
Exactly. And it's not just about setting rules and regulations, it's about fostering a culture of responsibility and thoughtful engagement with this technology. We need to educate ourselves about the possibilities and the challenges, and we need to demand transparency and accountability from those who are developing and deploying these powerful tools.
So where do we go from here? What can our listeners do to kind of stay informed and engaged in this conversation?
There are so many great resources available. Follow reputable science journalists and researchers on social media, read articles and reports from organizations like Epoch AI, and engage in discussions with friends, family, colleagues. The more we talk about these issues, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this complex landscape.
Yeah, it's all about staying curious, asking questions, and demanding answers. It's about recognizing that the future of biological AI is not predetermined. It's something that we are actively shaping with our choices and our actions.
Beautifully put. And remember, this isn't about being afraid of the future. It's about embracing the possibilities while being mindful of the potential pitfalls. It's about using our collective wisdom and ingenuity to ensure that this powerful technology is used for good.
I think that's a perfect note to end on. Biological AI is an incredibly powerful tool with the potential to transform our world in really profound ways. And it's up to all of us to ensure that that transformation is a positive one. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of biological AI. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking questions.